Casey, you are completely full of shit.
Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 20. Baby, when I tell you that all the things that y'all was saying that man is, that man is. When y'all said he was being performative, he was being performative. When y'all said that he was a liar, he's a liar. When y'all said that he didn't like Anaya, he didn't like Anaya. All the things that y'all said that I was sitting here like, no, this can't be it. This can't be it. I was wrong. I was wrong. And you know what? Anaya, I apologize, girl, because you knew exactly what you was feeling, and I am so sorry for saying that you were overthinking. Because baby girl, you honestly wasn't thinking enough. Y'all, we got some things to get into, but before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through, and if you like what you see, you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, you have yet to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe, okay? I'm already agitated, okay? It is early in the morning. It is early in the morning, okay? If y'all one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. I am a little tired. It is literally 6:52 in the morning. It's 6:52 in the morning. I'm still in my PJs. I am recording this for y'all so I can edit it and get it up for y'all. But we still got to talk about Love Island. So forget what time it is. Forget what time it is. Okay, the birds are chirping. The birds are chirping. But let's go ahead and get into it. So everybody's winding down from the temperature rising contest that the girls won, right? Everyone's excited. The villa is feeling good. Now, over there at Casa, of course, people are starting to question, who is Corey? Who is this person? Like, what's really going on over there? Because the girls was over there giving it out. That's what they thinking. But nonetheless, Kata is talking to Che, okay? They're talking about, what kind of weddings they want. She said she wouldn't mind eloping. And he was like, you mean like going down to the courthouse? And she was like, no. Why would I want to go down to the courthouse? I said eloping, okay? I want to run off somewhere and go get married and tell nobody about it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, but he didn't know what she meant. Okay, he's asking her how would she feel about traditional weddings because he's Indian and they have Indian weddings. Just regular schmegula conversation, really getting to know each other. And Kata said that she is finally ready to lock in, okay? She said it was hard for her the first day because she was thinking about Zach, but she's putting herself first. I gotta put me first, okay? Because she said she know that the men are over there being men. And men gonna do what men want to do, period. And I'm glad that the girls are starting to wake up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that Zach is over there, wilding out, but we don't want her with Zach. Kata, you can do better than Zach. Zach has literally stole your bad aura, and I need you to get it back. I need you to get it back like today. This episode, I was yelling, girl, stand up. Girl, stand up the whole entire time. Nonetheless, Shay asked her, do you have a timeline? She said, not really, but I don't want to be like 60 years old. Like, I'm not going to sit around and wait for some man to marry me. He was like, you don't want to be a gift? No, she don't want to be a grandma. But I mean, maybe she do want to be a grandma you will fuck. When the time come, when the time come. Because we all going to be grandmas one day, God willing. So why not be one that you would want to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Nonetheless, we get over to the Casa Villa and Zach is talking to Alana, okay? He's trying to figure out how hard did Kata go? How hard did she go over there? Because we were doing our thing. And if we were doing our thing and they won, that means they had to be going harder, right? But he's still open to getting to know Alana. And I'm just sitting here like, I wouldn't even have this conversation with y'all if it wasn't for the kiss that they shared. Because Alana, get off my screen immediately. Please, girl. But nonetheless, she's telling him how she's been holding back because she's usually touchy. She's usually feely. But she wants to be respectful. Now you want to be respectful? Now you understand boundaries? Oh, girl, bye. But, she proved herself wrong as soon as she said that because she then leaned in to give Zach a kiss. Yeah, girl, bye. Anyway, moving on because I don't have time. I really don't. So Jen and Gaul are talking. They're talking about the challenge. They're talking about how they knew they was gonna get tickled. But the thing is, y'all, when I'm taking my notes, I'm in here like this, right? I'm in here like this. And I'm looking up and I'm in here like this. I'm looking up. So when I was doing this and I heard him start talking, I was like, he sounded like one of the girls. Like one of the girls, So I had to make sure who was who, what was going on. Y'all was so confused. I was so confused. But nonetheless, Jen asked him, do he still want to talk to any other girls, right? And he was like, yeah, I want to talk to the girls. So she was like, who? He was like, yeah, like I said, I want to talk to Kenzie or whatever. So then he was like, do you want to still talk to some of the guys? And she was like, no, no. And I'm like, why not, Jen? Why not? I don't understand why you closing yourself off to just one guy. Every time you get with one guy, you close yourself off to one guy. And there's so many guys. Why not? Why not talk to other guys? Like Jen really could have went home, okay? So he's asking her like, "Are you mad?" She's like, "No, I'm not mad." You could tell she was very disappointed and she was very upset. But you know what, Jen? I don't feel bad for you at all because if you want to put all your eggs in one basket, then sis, that's on you. Do it again, and you're going to be going home next, just like Gabe, okay? She's in a confession talking about how she's not mad. He could go talk to other girls. He's going to come back because they all come back. He just wants her to be upset. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's not poking you, girl. He literally wants to go talk to Kenzie. He likes her. What about this aren't you understanding? Why would you think that man would be saying that to get an emotion out of you and he don't even know you for real? Be effing for real, Jen. Be effing for real. Something about those blonde white girls, they just cannot fathom somebody not wanting them. Like they just cannot fathom somebody not wanting them. Cause like even later on in the episode, she's talking about how she's hot and she's not used to, feeling like this. Like y'all just cannot get in y'all head that everybody don't want y'all. It really f's up their mental. It really do. It really do. You saw how Kenzie was in here moping. Now it's Jen's turn. Nonetheless, Gaul wasted no time to go talk to Kenzie. Wasted no time. Soon as he got up from that conversation, he went over there to go pull her for a chat, okay? He's telling her that when he saw her, he was like, oh my God, you're just very attractive. He's telling her how he's shy and it takes him some time to, get comfortable. But he wants to know if she's still open. She says she's still open, okay? She's done with Corbin. Like, F him. It's over for him, okay? She does have a good thing going on with Dylan, but she still wants to get to know him. But she's in a confessional talking about how Gaul is literally like her type. And I'm like, girl, what is your type? Because all these men are different. Corbin, Dylan, Zach, what's this guy name we talking about? Gaul. They all look like totally different people. We thought your type was Caleb, but obviously that ain't it either. Child, Kenzie don't know what her type is. She ain't got no type at this point, okay? Kenzie's telling us in a confessional how she doesn't want to mess up her friendship with Jen, but Gaul is her type and she still wants to explore all her options. I ain't mad at her. If Jen wants to sit around and only focus on one guy, that's on her. Point blank period. Like, I'm so over it. Jen could have went home. So, of course, KC, being the F-boy he is telling Sydney how he's going to go sleep with TT again, okay? Because apparently last episode, because let's get into it. Last episode, he went to Sydney and said that he went to Sydney and asked her that she want to sleep with him. And she said, yeah. Went to TT, told TT that he was going to sleep with Sydney, and she got upset about it, okay? Because, like, I came here for you, baby. I don't want to talk to nobody else. I mean, but, you got to do what you got to do. I understand her being upset. I understand him wanting to explore. But last night, he didn't feel the vibe with Sydney, so now he's back to TT. What exactly is the vibe you're not feeling? Now, all of a sudden, you know how to communicate to girls and tell them what you want and what you don't want, and you have no fear of switching back and forth. This is how you act when you have options. This is how you act, KC. You just flip-flop, back and forth and not give no Fs. Because all the things that you said about Anaya last episode was unprovoked as hell. Talking about how you're more attracted to TT. You're saying how you and Anaya don't have nothing in common. Like, I'm just sitting here like, what happened to, oh, you're the blueprint? When people were sitting there, and I hate it because it makes it seem like a man cannot talk positive about black women without it being performative. But obviously, it's getting to a point. KC, you really disappointed me so bad. So effing bad. And to think that it gets worse as the episode goes on is really making me mad. It's really making me mad just thinking about it. But let's keep going, okay? Everybody's going to bed. Trinity isn't sleeping with Rodney. She said, I'd rather go sleep out in Soul Ties. Bryce is hoping that she doesn't lose hope. And I'm just sitting here like, can y'all hurry up and put Bryce and Trinity back together, please? Okay, I'm gonna let y'all know something. I'm sold on Trinity and Bryce. Okay, I after I listened to Gabe talk about how Bryce really likes Trinity, he said, I'm not sure about Trinity, but I know for a fact that Bryce likes her. I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to buy into it. I'm gonna have to buy into it. I believe for a fact that Trinity likes Bryce. I was a little skeptical about Bryce and his plan and his scheme and all the things, other things, but I'm completely buying into it at this point. I really, really am. And production, y'all messy. Y'all messy with them postcards, and we gonna get into it when we get into it, okay? Now, Amora said everything's working out perfectly for her. I said, girl, did you not see what that man did to Soul? Did you not see how that man was all booed up with Soul? How he was telling her, oh my God, I'm where I want to be. You make me so happy. This, that, and the other. Telling her how he was going to go close things off with Melanie because he owed her that conversation, to turn around and told her that she missed her, and then wrote her a letter, and them two rode off into the sunset together. Do you not see what he did to Soul? I'm going to need you to wake up, baby girl. Everything is not working out exactly how you want it to. It's not. I promise you it's not. The only way that's going to work is if he bring you back and Mel really don't want Ish to do with him. That's the only thing that's the only way that will work, okay? So, you know, everyone's going to sleep and they're showing all the beds. And of course, Kenzie looked like she's getting DJ'd and French fried. Like, girl, give it a rest. It needs some rest. At this point, it really needs some rest. Okay? Corbin, Sincere, and Casey doing the most that night. Doing the most at night, doing everything but sleeping, okay? I'm not surprised at Corbin. I'm not surprised at Sincere. And I'm not surprised at KC. I expected KC to be doing, you know, the touching, the kissing, the feeling. I expected all of that. It's the comments and the attitude that I did not expect. That's what I didn't expect. Oh, it's the next day, right? And the boys in both villas are making breakfast for the girls. The girls in both villas are getting ready, right? KC and Corbin have a chit chat. KC asked Corbin, he said, how you feeling about bringing TT and Parmita back? Okay? Because he's so cool now. He cool. Corbin's like, he don't want to be mean, but TT and Parmita are like college girls. And the other girls in the villa are like high school girls. And how old are you? And which category do you fall in? Corbin? What do you mean they're like high school girls and these like college girls? And you're supposed to be a grown-ass man comparing these women to college and high school girls? You need to grow the fuck up. Because it really gets to a point, Corbin, and your true colors are showing. Like, I always knew you were full of shit. But I didn't know it was like this. I didn't know it was this bad. The misogyny of it all is really, really starting to come out. It really is, okay? Casey slipped up in the same conversation and called TT a Naya. Weird ass behavior. For someone you don't have nothing in common with, for someone who is a question mark and this, that, and the other. Why are you slipping up calling TT a Naya? He had the nerve to say that TT gave him in 3 days what a Naya didn't give him in 3 weeks. And what the fuck does that mean? Casey, if you felt some type of way that bad, then you should have said something. You should have said something. Every time Anaya sat there and asked you how you was feeling, every time Anaya brought up a concern, you sat there and made it seem like everything was cool, everything was great, when in all actuality it wasn't. You want to be a girl so bad. You want to be picked so bad. You want, choose me, love me. That's what you want. You want to be chased. Last time I checked, men court. You want to be courted. Like, you want her to be up your ass. That's what it is. I'm glad that she wasn't giving you all that in the bed, because the way you were sitting here talking about her, unprovoked. That's the part that really gets me. It's unprovoked as hell. Because you can explore and still be respectful of your partner, but you don't give a fuck. You don't care for real. Corbin's like, I've never seen you so happy, bro. I never seen you so happy. It's like your energy is up. Yeah, his stock just went up. His stock just went up. You know what, Casey? Baby, F you. F you. So in the same conversation, KC asked Corbin about Kenzie. Have you been thinking about her? How you think you're going to feel if you see her with another man? He like, nah, I ain't think about her at all. I ain't think about her since I've been here. Yeah, because you was full of shit. You was full of shit. When you told that girl over there in Soul Ties that you was catching feelings for her, you were lying. You were lying. Everything about you, Corbin, is fake. Everything about you is fake and surface as hell. KC talk about something. I don't care what they doing over there. They doing them. KC, you don't got to do all this to show off for Corbin. I don't think he's into men. So the girls are talking. So Jen, Mel, Trinity are talking, right? Jen's telling the girls how she feels a way that Gaul still wants to talk to other girls. Like, it's Love Island. Why did you think he was going to want to talk to other girls? Like, be for real, Jen. Be for real. But you really mad that it's Kenzie, though, right? You're mad that it's Kenzie because she's another white blonde girl and she's actually competition for you. Because I honestly feel like it was somebody else, you probably wouldn't care too much. You probably wouldn't, okay? Now, Mel sitting there talking about somehow she doesn't know what she wants to do because she wants to be with Sincere, but she doesn't want to get played again. Well, if you're going to be with Sincere, you're going to get played again, okay? It's really just that simple. It really is. Trinity said, listen, it's a high chance that these men are going to bring back some girls, okay? But I'll be damned if you think you're going to make me and another bitch breakfast because you're going to have me all the way effed up at that point, which lets me know that she doesn't plan on bringing back a guy. It's telling me she doesn't plan on bringing back a guy. She's already thinking about Bryce having to make Sue breakfast if he brings another girl back because he's still going to have to make her breakfast. Yeah, I picked up on that. I picked up on that, Trinity. You ain't slick, sis. You ain't slick, okay? Mel said, I'll be damned if you make me go through the same thing twice. Girl. Well, guess what? You're damned. Because you will be going through the same thing twice because I would not be surprised. I honestly would be surprised if he doesn't bring this girl back. But I feel like he's going to bring this girl back and do the same exact thing that he did with Soul and still choose Melody. And at the end of all of this, she's still going to be like, he just makes me feel like nobody's ever made me feel. We done been through our ups and downs and everything. Girl, Bob, nobody's buying what you're trying to sell. No one's buying it. We don't believe you. We don't believe you at all, okay? Sincere and Zach are still stuck in the challenges because they trying to figure out who is these guys that the girls was over there kissing and licking. What was they over there doing? Zach wants his cater. He wants his cater. He been thinking of her. He's been thinking of her. He's made up his mind. He wants his cater. But you ain't got no choice now. You ain't got no choice because Alana is gone. Alana is gone. The way they came back from commercial was like, Alana has left the villa. Zach ain't got no choice. And so now we know Zach definitely ain't gonna bring nobody back because he ain't got nobody to bring back for real. And I don't think he was gonna bring anybody back though. I don't think he would have put Kata in that situation. But I would still like to know. I would still like to actually be able to witness whether or not he would. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Sincere sitting there, he's just so confused. He's just so confused because he really likes Amora, but him and Melanie been through so much. You know, me and Amora haven't really been tested or anything like that. Sincere, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You're trying to have your full Casa experience. You're trying to explore the deepest way you can. You're going to bring that girl back. You're going to play in her face, and you're going to pick Melanie. You know what you're doing. We saw this play before. Stop acting confused. Stop acting confused, okay? So, Anaya, Kenzie, and Kater are watching Carl work out, okay? Now, I don't know why y'all was under the assumption that I thought Carl was ugly. I didn't. I never thought he was ugly. I just was surprised that Anaya picked him over the other guys. But once again, Anaya, I'm going to have to apologize because the way that man got on this internet and started talking about you as if you owed him anything is crazy. Okay, just because he's a big black guy does not mean that she had to pick him. It would have been nice, but once again, Anaya, your intuition served you right. Once again, your intuition served you right. I apologize. I told y'all I'm woman enough to tell y'all when I'm woman enough to tell y'all when I'm wrong. But in a moment, I have to tell y'all how I feel at that moment. And things are subject to change, and they just changed. They just changed, okay? But they watching Carl work out, and Kenzie said she feels like the guys are more mature here, okay? You see how there's a difference in the way that she can say how she feels the guys are more mature without saying, oh, these are like high school boys and these are like college boys, because at the end of the day, we're grown-ass people. We're not comparing ourselves to kids, Okay, and now you're telling them how she's so used to being with KC that she's really not really exploring, right? She didn't really get the chance to explore. And Kenzie's telling Kata, give Shay a chance. Okay, shoot, go ahead and cuddle with him. You cuddle with Zach on the first night. Go ahead. What's a little cuddle? Now a cuddle. A cuddle. Don't do what Kenzie doing, okay? Because Kenzie is just giving it out to anyone who's gonna take it, okay? But she does have a point. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. But if you don't feel comfortable, don't force it. That's the only thing. I still want the girls to explore, but I want the girls to stay true to themselves. I don't want them to do anything because they think the guys are doing it. I don't want them to try to match the men energy because we as women don't need to move like that. We don't, okay? At the end of the day, we always going to step out on top as long as we stay true to ourselves. So if you feel comfortable, yes, go ahead and cuddle with that man. But if he's not giving you the feels, it's no need to force it. It really isn't, okay? Anaya, go ahead and explore Carl some more. He seems like a nice guy. Go ahead and learn some more Japanese and Chinese. Really, give him a chance. Stop thinking about KC because for damn sure he not thinking about you. And honestly, I'm surprised that she's even thinking about him at all. Because I really feel like by this point, I thought Anaya would have been like, oh, I got something going on here. I got something going on here. I'm really surprised that she's still even thinking about him because he showed his true colors immediately, which lets me know that she does like him. And she wasn't lying about liking him, unlike him, who was lying, right? Right. So y'all want to hear a very college conversation? Y'all want to hear a very college conversation? So Pramita woke up wanting to fight Corbin. She wanted to fight Corbin. Why? Because he's so perfect. He's so perfect. By now, she's used to being in arguments and stuff by now. and you got and you really had the nerve to talk about the girls back at the villa when this girl sat in your face. I was like, I just woke up and wanted to fight with you this morning. Corbin, be effing for real. Be effing for real. They sit there and talk about how they both look good. They both work out. They both damn near perfect. So make it all make sense. When you was sliding in her DMs or whatever and y'all was talking, why y'all didn't do all this then? Why y'all ain't do all this then? Now all of a sudden we perfect for each other. This was the surface as conversation. But Corbin made it seem like they was really diving deep. Talking about he feels like Pramita is so mature. I said the girl who woke up and wanted to fight with you just because is more mature. Corbin, be effing for real. Get off my screen with this bullshit before I have to curse you out because it's on the tip of my tongue. The curse words for you are on the tip of my tongue, and I'm trying not to curse you out. But trust me, I want to. That's some effing nerve. They sitting there talking about something. We look good together. We go to the gym. We damn near perfect. She's so mature. Anyway, so Caleb and Jaden seem to be hitting it off really cool. I've been said that these two should definitely connect because I feel like they will have more common, and it's obvious. But Caleb, I'm gonna need you to get a backbone. I'm gonna need you to get a backbone and stop backing down so easy. Fight for what you want. If you wanted Pramita, fight for her. But after the way she was over there sneak kissing daggone Corbin, you right. Never mind. Don't fight for that girl. Never mind. I changed my mind. Yeah, stick with Jaden. Now, I don't know if this is one of those like by default situations or if it's the real thing just yet, but we just gonna leave Caleb over there with Jaden. And I'm just mad that Jen and Caleb are not doing it for me. Like, we really could have had other people besides these two. They wasted our time. They could have kept Gabe and Soul. At least they would have gave us some energy. Because Caleb and Jen just not doing it for me at all, okay? So Sincere and Amora are talking, and he's telling her how he really likes everything about her, this, that, and the other. She's like, tell me a fun fact about you. He said that he knows sign language, right? Now, he said that he majored in American Sign Language teaching and learning, right? So she said, can you teach me some sign language? And he taught her how to spell her name. Now, I'm not a sign language expert in anything like that, right? I didn't major or minor in American Sign Language to learn or to teach. But in church, I did praise dance and we did learn how to do some sign language, right? And my thing is, Sincere, if you're going to teach the girl to spell her name, the least you can do is teach her leading up to my name is. So my name is Chloe. That's how you would do it. Why would you just teach that girl how to spell her name? Give her a whole sentence at least, Mr. Teacher who minored in American Sign Language. Anyway, I was like, yeah, he learned that off the paper sheet, and now he's telling the girl that he knows sign language. Okay, they making out, they kissing. Nothing to see here. Same old, same old. Sincere talking about how the kiss is amazing. Every time but Sincere kisses a girl, it's amazing. Every time Sincere kisses a girl, it's the best kiss he ever had. Like, please, moving on. Corey and Mel are chatting, okay? And they're talking about different love languages, how she's acts of service. She's a giver, okay? He likes physical touch. They're talking about her dream house, how she wants to have a, land and a compound and have her family on it. Just regular conversation. I don't trust Corey. I feel like he's a smooth talker. And the simple fact that he had to throw Sincere under the bus, even though I'm not mad at it, just lets me know that he wasn't able to do it on his own. He wasn't able to do it on his own. He had to get in her ear. He had to give her a little bit of doubt. He had to make her feel like, you can talk to me. And it worked. It worked. But I don't know. Something about Corey, I'm just not trusting. At first with Trinity, I probably was blinded because I just saw Trinity with somebody new. But now when I sit back and I'm listening to him talk and I'm looking at how he talked, things are just not adding up for me. And I think I'll talk about it a little bit more in Mel and his conversation just a little bit later, okay? So Kenzie comes out and she sees a mailbox. Okay, we have Mel. Pulls out this letter and it says, "We wish you were here." And in this letter is pictures of the guys kissing in 4K. Live in 4K, okay? Now, Kata is taking it back. When I say Kata done fell out and she's crying uncontrollably, I'm sitting here like, Kata, stand the fuck up, girl. It's Zach. This is what I mean by she really lost her bad bitch energy. Like, I'd rather you be mad than be sitting there crying, falling out like this. She's talking about how she feels stupid. And I'm just sitting here like, oh God, he thinking about you, girl. You want that man wants you. It's okay. Like, I really hate to see Kata down bad like this. She took it really, really bad. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, that's because they were intimate. She's really, really invested in this situation. Kata doesn't give me the type of girl that, gets intimate with someone just because we've seen how she's been curving guys with just kisses, like this, back to back to back to back. But with Zach, she's been all into him from day one. So I'm like, yeah, she really liked that man. And I felt so bad for her. My heart broke for Kata because sis down bad, y'all. Sis is down bad. Back over there at the Casa Villa, Sincere opens up the mailbox and it's the girls kissing, right? And the boys are more scared of the fact that the girls are going to get pictures of them. Not Corbin, though. Corbin don't give a fuck. But we knew that. So we're not surprised, okay? Bryce is feeling hurt, so he's trying to compose himself. He's just trying to look at the bigger picture of it all, right? Zach feels like he knows he's screwed, okay? He knows that they got that picture of Alana kissing him, and so now he knows that Kata is seeing it, and he's freaking out. And Zach, you should be freaking out because Kata is gonna give you hell when we get back. Movie night is going to be a movie, y'all, okay? When Anaya really gets to see how KC really feels about her, it's gonna hurt, but she needs to know. When Mel sees how much Sincere's been lying to her, it's gonna hurt, but she's gonna need to know. When the girls hear how Corbin had been talking about them, it's gonna hurt, but they need to know. Okay? KC's looking at this picture talking about something. Oh, she got her leg on him. She ain't never want to put her leg on me. Why would she? When it took you 3 days to turn to her and start talking ish about her. Why would she? See, this is the thing. He's sitting there talking about something. Oh, the girls are giving them what they should have gave us. They don't owe y'all nothing. They don't owe y'all absolutely nothing. Like, who you feeling like KC talking about they getting what they should have gave us? What you think you should have got, though? Get away from me with this. Get away from me with this, okay? Sincere would have rather Mel been kissing than actually looking into this guy's eyes because he's holding her face, looking into her eyes. Yeah, he's doing the same thing. He's running the same game that you be running on all the girls. You see how it looks? Yeah. Okay. Casey's talking about something. Nah, we need to figure out who neck that is because it's beefy. Oh, please. Ronnie's going home. Nobody wants him. Okay. Jen act like she wants him, but we know that they just trying to couple up so that neither one of them go home. But Jen don't want Ronnie, and Ronnie don't want Jen. Okay, let's be honest about it. We get back to the villa. The girls are still going on about it. And at first I was like, Anaya's taking this better than I thought, but she's not taking it well at all. She can't stop looking at this picture, and she's like, I fucking knew it. I knew it was going to be the girl with the Fulani braids. Like she's literally like you can see the anger boiling, like it's about to overflow. And I feel like she's trying to compose herself. When she went in that photo booth and she sat there and she cried, my heart fell for her. My heart fell for her because this man ain't shit. We went through all these things thinking that Anaya doesn't really like KC and KC doesn't really like Anaya. And when they get to Casa, they both going to be able to explore and find their own person. And it just proves to me that she did like him. He wants to humble her. He wants to humble her because she was not behind his door day one. Because KC, I feel like he plans on bringing TT back, but eventually still picking Anaya. But he needs to play in her face to humble her, to let her know I could get bitches. Just because you wasn't behind my door doesn't mean that I can't get no bitches. His stock just went up. Remember, when I get back, my stock went up. My stock went up. KC just full of shit. Okay, he over there acting like he mad or whatever. I'm like, you feel some type of way after you said all those things about Anaya unprovoked? How y'all don't have nothing in common? TT gave you in 3 days when she didn't give you in 3 weeks? How you more attracted to TT? You were saying all these things about Anaya for no reason at all. Now you want to sit here and be talking about, I never seen her so happy. She on a thin line. What the fuck does that mean? What do you mean she's on a thin line? Bryce said, and you don't think you are? He said no because I speak life into her. And this is when I knew that it's all been game from the very motherfucking beginning. You intentionally set this ish up this way. You wanted to speak life into her, make her feel like, she can't do no better, then turn around to humble her because she didn't choose you first, so that you could go over here and then play in her face, bring this girl back, and make her feel some type of way, and then turn around and choose her because she should accept it because you, quote unquote, spoke life into her. KC, fuck you. You are the epitome of an F-boy. And that comment told me everything that I need to know. So, of course, the vibes in both villas is is going crazy right now. It's going crazy. Trinity said to the girls, like, so what's the plan? What's the plan? Because it's time for us to get a number 2. It's time for us to get a number 2. I know that's right, Trinity. I'm glad Trinity is there because the girls need a Trinity. If not, they would be moping around forever and ever and ever, okay? Bryce is still thinking about that damn photo booth picture. Because Corey looks like her type, right? The tattoos and everything. He's literally seeing her with the guy that's her type, and he's really making the most sense though, because he's like, it's just a kiss. It's just a kiss. That one kiss cannot erase everything that we built on 3 days. I'm liking how he is like taking us in and being logical about it and understanding that people are going to kiss. People are going to kiss. That doesn't mean that that person does not like you anymore, doesn't want to continue exploring with you and things like that. So I love the fact that he's trying his best to be logical about it, the same way Trinity is over there being logical about it. At this point, I'm voting for Trinity and Bryce because that's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, okay? Mel, Kata, and Anaya are talking, and at this point, they're talking about how they just look desperate. They look mopey. They over here moping around, and, I'm pretty sure the guys isn't doing that. They're giving the men too much power, and I totally agree, especially men who don't deserve them. especially men who don't deserve them. There's nothing wrong with giving a man energy, but when he is sucking you dry, you need to let him go. And that's exactly what's happening to these girls. Their energy is being sucked dry by these men. They decide that they are going to give it their all tonight, okay? They're going to give it their all. They're going to really lock in and really take their time getting to know these guys. And maybe a cuddle or two. Maybe a cuddle or two. I just want the girls to do what they want to do for them. Don't do it because these men. Don't let these men put you in weird positions because you want to prove a point to them. We don't need to do all of that. We don't need to do all of that, okay? So Jen is talking to her bestie, Kenzie, because she wants to know, does Kenzie still want to talk to Gaul? And Kenzie's like, yeah, I still want to talk to him, you know? I mean, I just want us to be cool with everything. I don't want that to come between us, but I still want to get to know him. Kenzie doesn't want to really get to know Gaul. Kenzie likes the idea of having men wanting her, okay? And as long as a man wants her, she gonna add him to the roster. And that's where he at, on a roster, okay? Because he came over to have that chat with her. She don't really want that man. But I don't feel bad for Jen at all, because when Kenzie and Jen sat there and talked about Mel and how Mel needed to make up her mind, this, that, and the other, when in actuality it was Kenzie who needed to make up her mind, I don't care. Because now Jen talk about something and it's not enough for you. It's not enough for you. Yeah. Now you see what everybody else been seeing. But I don't feel bad for you, because it was all good when it was somebody else, right? Right. Like, girl, please, suck it up. Suck it up. You talk hella ish. Suck it up. I love that Kaden, when she was talking to Che, like, she expressed how she was hurt, but she still wants to get to know him. She's not going to move any different. She's just going to continue to be true to herself and being herself. Love that for you, Kaden, girl. Sending you some love, girl. You need it. You need it, okay? Bryce is talking to Sincere. He's telling him how he's at the point where he's willing to take the risk to choose Trinity. He's willing to take the risk to come back with nobody and let the chips fall where they may. I love the fact that he is like, you know what? If she brings somebody back, it is what it is. But I'm not going to do it because I think she's going to do it, even though he ain't got nobody else to do it with anyway. But I love the fact that he is willing to, you know, if I have to stand up there alone, then I just have to stand up there alone. But you won't be alone. You won't be alone, Bryce. You won't be alone. I don't know if I really like Bryce still, but I do like the idea of him and Trinity, because after I saw how Trinity was feeling about him, I just want her to be happy. I just want her to be happy, okay? Sincere said if he brings someone back, someone getting hurt, but you don't care about that. You don't care about that. You're willing to hurt people. So what was the point of this conversation? Don't know. Okay. Carl went to go check on Anaya. She said she's doing okay. She's just at the point where she knows that he's going to do what he wants to do. She's a strong woman. She's a strong woman. He said, I know, I don't have to worry about that. I didn't like that response. I didn't like that, because as a man, you should have been like, but you don't have to be strong around me. You know, like, let me take some of that from you. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Nonetheless, she tells him that she still wants to talk to him. She still wants to get to know him. She's talking about how she's building something very quickly with him that she didn't expect for it to happen. And then they have like this weird makeout session where it's like they just like this. And I was like, I don't know if it's just that's how Naya kiss. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think that Carl or Casey is for Naya. Although Carl may seem like a nice guy, I don't think he's the one either. Your guy's not here, Naya. I'm sorry. You might have to go home alone. You might. So Mel's telling Corey how she feels embarrassed, right? And I'm just sitting here like, girl, you don't know what embarrassed is. Wait till movie night, right? Wait till movie night. But he asked her, like, so when do you get to the point, like, so when do you get to the point where it's enough? She's like, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. He's like, valid. The whole time I'm looking at him, he's thinking in his mind, like, she'll accept anything. You could see it in his face. It's really, I was reading his mind and it was like, she'll accept anything. I can play with her too, because she allows people to play with her. He's telling her how he just wants to be there for her. He knows that she's thinking of someone else. It's not something he's used to, but he's just drawn to her, okay? And he really wants to get to know her a lot more, but she deserves better, because she seems like the type of girl who knows what she wants and wouldn't settle for anything less. And I'm just sitting here like, you don't even believe that yourself, Corey. You don't even believe that yourself, because you just sat there and asked that girl when it gets to a point, which means that she will settle for the less. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, that was Love Island episode 20. I got to get up off of here. I got to get my daughter to dance camp. and then I need to edit this video and then get back to sleep because a girl is tired, okay? But with all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about everything that happened. I'm still so disappointed in Casey. It's F him. It's F him completely now, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.